From space, Earth shimmers. It's a vibrant blue oasis in the vast darkness. Water covers over 70% of our planet's surface. This image can be deceiving. It creates a paradox. While Earth boasts an abundance of water, we face a growing water crisis. How can a planet with so much water be so thirsty? The answer lies in the nature of our water resources. The vast majority of Earth's water, about 97.5%, is salt water. This water is found in our oceans and seas. It is unfit for human consumption and many other uses due to its high salt content. The remaining 2.5% is fresh water. This is the water essential for life. Even within this small percentage of fresh water, there are further limitations. A significant portion is locked away in glaciers, ice caps, and underground aquifers. These sources are difficult and often costly to access. Only a tiny fraction, less than 1%, is readily available for our use. This precious fresh water exists in rivers, lakes, and accessible groundwater. This limited supply of usable water is unevenly distributed across the globe. Different regions experience vastly different climates and rainfall patterns. This disparity in freshwater availability is at the heart of the global water crisis. Imagine yourself adrift on a raft, surrounded by an endless expanse of blue. You are parched, desperate for a single drop of water. The cruel irony is that you are surrounded by water, billions of gallons of it, but you can't drink a single drop. This is the reality of salt water. Salt water makes up the vast majority of Earth's water resources. It is essential for marine life and plays a crucial role in regulating the planet's climate. However, its high salt content makes it undrinkable for humans. Consuming salt water would dehydrate us further, leading to serious health problems and even death. To utilize salt water, we must remove the salt through a process called desalination. Desalination technologies are rapidly advancing. However, they remain energy-intensive and expensive, limiting their widespread application, especially in developing countries. The scarcity of fresh water highlights the importance of understanding and managing our limited resources. It is a stark reminder that we cannot rely solely on the vastness of our oceans to quench the thirst of a growing global population. Water scarcity is not just about the total amount of water available, it is also about how that water is distributed geographically and who has access to it. Imagine a world where rainfall is abundant in some regions, while others are bone dry. Picture communities where clean water flows freely from taps, while others trek for miles to reach a muddy stream. Across the globe, rainfall patterns are far from uniform. Tropical rainforests receive abundant rainfall, while deserts receive very little. Climate change is further exacerbating these patterns, leading to more extreme weather events, including droughts and floods. This variability makes some regions naturally more vulnerable to water scarcity than others. Beyond geography, socioeconomic factors play a significant role in water access. Poverty, lack of infrastructure, and political instability can all hinder access to clean water and sanitation. Marginalized communities often bear the brunt of water scarcity, further perpetuating cycles of poverty and inequality. Understanding the complex interplay of these factors is crucial for developing effective solutions to the water crisis. It is not simply a matter of finding more water, it is about ensuring equitable and sustainable access to this precious resource for all. The consequences of water scarcity are real and far-reaching. Around the world, communities are grappling with the challenges of dwindling water supplies. In some regions, farmers watch helplessly as their crops wither and die, their livelihoods threatened by prolonged droughts. In others, families are forced to make impossible choices between using their limited water for drinking, sanitation, or basic hygiene. Consider the case of Cape Town, South Africa. In 2018, the city faced the very real prospect of day zero, the day the taps would run dry. Years of drought had pushed the city's water reserves to a critical level. Drastic water restrictions were imposed, forcing residents to drastically cut their daily water consumption. In other parts of the world, the competition for increasingly scarce water resources is fueling conflicts and displacement. The Nile River Basin, shared by 11 countries, is a prime example. As demand for water grows with population and development, tensions over water rights and allocation are rising, threatening regional stability. These stories are not isolated incidents. They are stark reminders of the urgency of the water crisis and the need for immediate action. The consequences of unmanaged water resources extend far beyond thirsty communities. They ripple outward, impacting ecosystems, economies, and global stability. Water scarcity acts as a threat multiplier, exacerbating existing problems and creating new ones. When water becomes scarce, ecosystems suffer, wetlands dry up, rivers dwindle, and groundwater levels plummet. This loss of habitat threatens biodiversity, pushing species towards extinction. The delicate balance of nature is disrupted, with cascading effects throughout the food chain. Economically, water scarcity translates to reduced agricultural yields, industrial slowdowns, and job losses. When water is in short supply, businesses struggle to operate, and economic growth is stifled. This can lead to social unrest and political instability, further jeopardizing efforts to address the root causes of the crisis. Ignoring the water crisis is not an option. It is a global challenge that demands a global response. The interconnectedness of our world means that the consequences of inaction will be felt far and wide. Section 6. Charting a course: Sustainable Solutions. The path forward requires a fundamental shift in how we manage and value water. We need to move away from unsustainable practices that deplete our water resources and embrace a more holistic and sustainable approach. This means recognizing that water is not an infinite resource. It is a precious commodity that must be carefully conserved and managed for present and future generations. One crucial aspect of sustainable water management is reducing water waste. In many parts of the world, inefficient irrigation systems, leaky pipes, and wasteful consumption patterns lead to enormous water losses. Implementing water-efficient technologies, fixing leaks, and promoting responsible water use can significantly reduce waste and conserve this precious resource. Another key strategy is investing in water infrastructure. This includes building new dams and reservoirs, upgrading aging water treatment plants, and expanding access to clean water and sanitation facilities, particularly in underserved communities. Modernizing our water infrastructure is essential for ensuring a reliable and equitable water supply for all. Section 7. From Conservation to Innovation, a Multifaceted Approach. Addressing the global water crisis demands a multifaceted approach that goes beyond simply conserving existing water supplies. It requires exploring innovative solutions that can augment our water resources and meet the growing demand. One promising avenue is desalination. While currently energy-intensive and costly, advancements in desalination technologies are making it a more viable option, particularly for coastal communities. Another area of innovation lies in wastewater treatment and reuse. Treating and reusing wastewater for agricultural, industrial, and even potable purposes can significantly reduce our reliance on freshwater sources. Singapore, for example, has successfully implemented a comprehensive water reuse program, turning wastewater into a valuable resource. Furthermore, exploring alternative sources of water, such as rainwater harvesting and fog collection, can provide supplemental water supplies, particularly in arid and semi-arid regions. These decentralized approaches can empower communities to become more water resilient and reduce their dependence on centralized water systems. Section 8. Every drop counts: individual action, global impact. While addressing the global water crisis requires collective action at the national and international levels, individual actions also play a vital role. Every drop of water saved, every responsible choice made, contributes to a more sustainable water future. Simple changes in our daily habits can make a difference. Taking shorter showers, fixing leaky faucets, and watering our lawns efficiently are small but significant steps. Being mindful of our water footprint, which measures the amount of water used to produce the goods and services we consume, can also guide us towards more sustainable choices. Beyond individual actions, we can amplify our impact by advocating for change in our communities and beyond. Supporting organizations working on water conservation and management, urging our elected officials to prioritize water security, and raising awareness about the water crisis within our networks can all contribute to a more water-secure future. Section 9. Water's Future, a Shared Responsibility. The future of water is inextricably linked to the future of humanity. As we move further into the 21st century, we face a stark choice. We can continue down a path of unsustainable water use, leading to increased scarcity, conflict, and suffering. Or, we can choose a different path, one that recognizes the interconnectedness of our world and embraces a more sustainable and equitable approach to water management. This will require a global effort, with nations, communities, and individuals working together to conserve, protect, and share this precious resource. It will demand innovation, investment, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. The challenges are significant, but so are the opportunities. By embracing a future where water is valued, managed, and shared sustainably, we can create a world where everyone has access to this essential ingredient for life. The choice is ours. The time to act is now. Let's ensure that future generations inherit a world where water is not a source of crisis, but a symbol of hope and shared prosperity.